Hello students, welcome back to online English classes. In today's session, we will learn remove to. What is remove to? Remove to are the words taken together in a sentence to tell that something is more than necessary. If we are asked to remove to, sometimes in the exam, a sentence comes to you. In that sentence, this TOO and TO2 are used. And in the bracket instruction is given remove to. It means what? It means you have to remove both TOO and TO2 and you have to use so that instead of to. That we are going to learn how to remove to and how to use so that instead of to. Let us see first structure. In this first structure, one type of sentence is given of to. Let us see what is it. Subject plus helping verb plus to plus adjective plus TO2 plus verb with the first form plus remaining sentence. How will be the sentence? He is too weak to participate in wrestling tournament. He is too weak to participate in wrestling tournament. This sentence is going to mean that someone is very weak and that person cannot participate in the wrestling tournament, because if someone is going to participate in wrestling tournament, he has to be very strong. So here this sentence is having such negative meaning that the person cannot participate in that tournament. So when you remove to, if you are asked to remove to for such sentence, this is a structure for the usage of so that. How will you use subject plus verb or helping verb plus so plus adjective? Here before the adjective we have used so. In the given structure, in the given sentence of to, we had used TOO2. So TO2 we have removed and we have used so. Adjective, and after adjective that we have used. Here in the given sentence, after adjective to is there. Thereafter pronoun for subject we have to use. Means whatever will be the subject. Subject could be the name of a person, place, thing or any idea, or it could be a pronoun. So this pronoun you have to use related to the subject. Thereafter you have to use can't or couldn't depending upon the tense. If is, am, are is there, so you have to use can't. If was, were is there or any past helping verb is there, you have to use couldn't depending upon the tense of the sentence. After this modal auxiliary, you have to use the given verb form in the first form only, and at last remaining sentence or object you have to use. Let us see the answer for this sentence. He is too weak to participate in wrestling tournament. He is so weak that he cannot participate in wrestling tournament. See how we have converted it into so that. Here he is the subject, he is verb as it is we have taken. So instead of to we have taken so, weak, that instead of to we have taken that, he, again we have taken here the pronoun which is related to the subject. He is so weak that he, then we have taken cannot. This is compulsory, you have to use cannot or could not depending upon the tense of the sentence. This given sentence is in present tense, so this is why we are using here cannot. If he was too weak, such sentence was there, we would have used he could not. He cannot participate in wrestling tournament. Participate is the verb which is coming after the TO2, and that we are using after cannot. Remaining sentence will come at last. At last we have to give full stop, and no change of tenses. Any other change we don't have to do. Which changes we have to do, that we will see in the next examples. Let us come on the second type of sentence. The book is too costly to be purchased. In this sentence, the subject is not given, and this sentence is a passive type sentence. This is a passive type sentence, and if you are told to convert this sentence into so that or remove to, so how to do? Let us convert it. The book is so costly that it cannot be purchased. See here, the sentence, given sentence is in present tense. This is why cannot we have used. The book is so costly. So instead of to, adjective as it is, instead of TO2 we have taken that. Thereafter we have taken the pronoun related to the subject. See students, in the sentences of passive voice, the object is the subject. The work is done of the object on the object, and we focus on the object in the passive sentences. So here the book is the subject and action is done on the book. So this is why it acts as the subject and we focus on it. The book is so costly that it cannot be purchased. It is not so difficult, just you have to take the pronoun which is related to the subject, and the passive structure as it is you have to keep. After this, in the same way, another sentence comes sometimes in which this structure will come. This race is too difficult to win. See here, who is doing the race or who is winning the race? This thing is not given, means the subject is not given in this sentence, third type of sentence. How to convert such a sentence? This race is so difficult that. Now, after that you have to use a pronoun, but if any subject is not given in the sentence, you have to use one as the pronoun. One is the indefinite pronoun, means who is the doer of the action is not definite. That one cannot we are using depending upon the tense. So here is there, this is why it is a present tense. So we are using one cannot win it. At last, it we have used to complete the sentence. So this is how we convert it. This race is so difficult that one cannot win it. If you don't use this it at last in such a sentence which is active, then it will not make the complete sense. If the sentence is passive, it cannot be purchased. At last, no need to take the pronoun related to the subject, because already you are taking here and this pronoun is representing the book. Now let us come on the next type. If for plus objective case of the pronoun comes, such as fourth structure, the structure is there of the sentence. Let us see the example. This wall is too high for me to climb. This wall is too high for me to climb. Here for and me. This is the for plus objective case of pronoun, or any noun comes sometimes. So here, how to convert such a sentence? Using so that. So let us see, this is the structure for the conversion. Let us see the answer. This wall is too high for me to climb. This wall is so high that. Now Here you have to remove this for and the objective case of the pronoun, and you have to use the subjective case of the pronoun. I cannot climb it. So here this wall is so high that I is the doer here. I is doing the action on the wall. So here me pronoun is there. We have used I. If her pronoun comes, so here she will come. If him pronoun comes, here he will come. Means depending upon the objective case of the pronoun, you have to use its subjective case. I cannot climb it. Using it, at last we have completed the sentence. See here, I have given a table in which the subjective and objective cases of the pronouns are there. And being the students of 9th and 10th standard, you know very well what are the subjective and objective cases of the pronouns. Let us come on the examples, how to solve the sentences. See the first example. He is too weak to walk. Remove to. Such type of question will come to you in the exam. So they will ask you to remove to. How to do? He is too weak to walk. He is so weak that he cannot walk. See students, we have used cannot here because the helping verb is in present tense. To instead of TOO2 we have used so. Adjective as it is, instead of TO2 that we have used. Pronoun we have used related to the subject. He cannot walk. Now the second example, Namrata was too slow to win the race. Namrata was so slow that she could not win the race. Here we have used could not because was is there, sentence is in past tense. Namrata was so slow that she could not win the race. Full stop. Next example, she is too shy to ask for help. She is so shy that she cannot ask for help. She is so shy that she cannot ask for help. In this sentence, is helping verb is there, present tense, so cannot. Fourth sentence, Mohit is too tired to play. Mohit is so tired that he cannot play. See students, in this sentence, Mohit is there. Mohit is masculine, so we have used he. In this second sentence, Namrata, it was feminine, means Namrata is a girl. This is why we have used pronoun she. Come on the next example, fifth example. The birds were too small to fly. The birds were so small that they couldn't or could not fly. The birds were so small that they couldn't fly. Here they pronoun we have used because the subject is plural, and couldn't we have used because were is there and it is past tense. Sixth example, it is too cold to go out. Here in this sentence, subject is not given. Who will go out? So how to convert? It is so cold that one cannot go out. Now in this sentence, at last one cannot go out, it you don't use, because in this sentence it is not required at last, because you are not going out of the cold, you are going out of the house, and you are here talking about the cold. It is so cold that one cannot go out, and you are not going out of the cold. This is why at last it is not required here. Come on the seventh example. This tea is too hot to drink. In this sentence also, the subject is not given, the doer of the action is not given, and we have to use this tea is so hot that one cannot drink it. Here someone does the action of drinking on the tea. This is why we have used the pronoun one, and at last we have used the pronoun it. It is related to the tea, means one is doing the action of drinking on it, on the tea. So the sentence becomes, this tea is so hot that one cannot drink it. Here the action is not done on the cold. This is why at last we are not using again the pronoun. Here in this sentence the action is done on the tea. This is why pronoun it related to this tea on which the action is done is required. So this is how our today's lesson was, in which you learnt how to use so that in the sentence of TOO2 and TO2, and how to solve remove to question. Take care. Thank you so much.